Russia's invasion of Ukraine is now almost in its fourth year, and Moscow's economy is showing dangerous fault lines. Runaway inflation, crippling labor shortage, and rapidly depleting financial reserves. Yet, the war machine keeps churning. But how is that possible? Let's understand. Picture Russia's economy as an overtaxed engine redlining without brakes. Official GDP growth reached 4% this year, but experts call it dangerous illusion propped up by unprecedented military outlays. Fully 10% of GDP devoted to defense, the largest share since the Soviet era. Inflation is closing in on 9%, forcing Russia's central bank to slam interest rates to a staggering 21%, the highest on record. The nation also faces a gaping labor shortage of about 2 million workers. This stems from wartime mobilization, pulling men to the front, the exodus of over 1 million skilled young people who are fleeing hardship, and chronologically low birth rates shrinking the workforce further. Factories operate on triple shifts to produce tanks, drones, and munitions, starving civilian industries of both labor and resources. As a result, real wages have fallen 5% when adjusted for inflation, and retail sales have culminated by 8%. Compounding these woes, energy revenues, the traditional lifeline, have also depreciated. European Union sanctions slashed natural gas exports by 80%, wiping out around $100 billion in annual income. Oil reserves, once robust, dropped 35% due to Western price caps and loss of key European markets, forcing discounted sales to buyers like India and China. US sanctions on top oil companies like Lukoil and Rosneft further escalated tensions in the oil space. But have Western sanctions delivered the economic knockout blow many anticipated? Over 16,000 measures from US, EU, and allies have frozen $300 billion in central bank reserves, prohibited critical technology imports, and has imposed a $60 per barrel cap on Russian oil, costing Moscow hundreds of billions of dollars in lost revenue since invasion began in 2022. But the impact was not as much yet. Initial contraction in 2022 was limited to 2.1% of GDP, far milder than expected 10 to 15%, largely because Russia's central bank acted decisively to stabilize the ruble in the war's early days. In long term, though, the picture does not look very rosy. Efforts at import substitution in replacing Western goods have largely failed, leading to tenfold markups on essential parts and machinery sourced through intermediaries like China and Turkey. Fiscal measures are also intensifying. Budget deficits have tripled to 2% of GDP, while the National Wealth Fund has shed 40% of its liquid assets to cover shortfalls. Analysts now predict stagnation or outright recession by 2026 if trends persist. So, what's keeping the Russian economy alive so far amid the war? Russia's economy endures through wartime adaptations and evasion tactics. Massive defense contracts have supercharged industrial output by 20%, creating jobs and absorbing surplus labor in the war front. A shadowy fleet of over 600 tanks helps dodge oil price caps, sustaining about 75% of pre-war export volumes. Parallel import schemes through neighboring countries like Georgia and Kazakhstan fill critical supply gaps for consumer goods and components. Early windfalls from high global oil prices built financial cushions, and strict capital controls trapped rubles within Russia, enabling the currency to strengthen by 50% in the invasion's immediate aftermath. So, all in all, sanctions have reshaped but not totally broken Russia. Adaptation and war spending is still sustaining, but that's for now. Will there be a decline soon? What do you think? Let us know in the comments, and like, share and subscribe to ET Now for more such news and views.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.